Hey Avery, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Feral Feminist, welcome in. JB, welcome in. There we go. There we go. Welcome in, everybody. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you too, Feral Feminist. Welcome back. I haven't been on in a month. I think it's been a month. Almost a month. How are you doing? Welcome in, everybody. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, 10 minutes after the hour. Welcome in. Mike Silva, welcome in. Welcome back. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, 10 minutes after the hour. Doing really good. Thank you so much. Mike Silva, welcome in. Kristen Stevens, thank you so much. Welcome back. Doing good. Doing really good. I'll let you guys know how my cousin's doing as soon as everybody's back in. Or as soon as 10 minutes after the hour will be. From Feminists, welcome in. Adriana Lachlan, welcome in. Those of you on YouTube, we'll begin in a couple of minutes. Ariana Lachlan, welcome in. We're streaming also on TikTok. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody's Sunday night? In the middle of March. We gotta get back into the routine. I feel a little bit oily. Or not oily, but rusty. Rusty. Feel a little bit rusty. I need some oil. Welcome to those of you on YouTube. Baby's Chocolate Holiday. Feral Feminist. I love it. Ariana Lachlan, please join. Those of you who are on YouTube, please join my page. Subscribe. This is a professional children's literature hour. Brielle, welcome back. Welcome in. I haven't seen the spring ones yet. I don't know. I know the Christmas ones. Princess G, welcome in. Welcome in to all of you who are new to the channel. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, 10 minutes after the hour. Hopefully everybody's doing good tonight. Everybody get their rest after that hour of sleep that we lost for time change. I hate springing forward. The worst. I love going backwards, but not springing forward. You lose that. The one thing, though, that's nice is it gets dark later. Oh, to our little emoji friend, welcome back. Team Emmerich, welcome in. Welcome back. Yeah, I can sure feel that 1 hour loss. Yes, Kristen Stevens, I agree. The same here. Definitely. Hey, WYA, welcome in. Yeah, same here. Time just goes by so much faster. I only have 1 week left though, and I get spring break, so that's kind of nice. We did change our background. We are in spring now. We have our blossoms. Our little pink blossoms. We were in Valentine's Day. Now we've shifted into spring. Our tree hasn't quite blossomed with leaves yet, but we do have our little cherry blossoms on there. Last year what we did, we still had several cherry blossoms left. So each day after each time. Oh, did you see a couple caterpillars today? Oh, nice, rough and miss. Hey, Mia, welcome in. Yes, we've missed everybody. Yeah, we got to do our butterfly, our little butterfly thing. I gotta figure out when is Easter fall this year. Is Easter fall early this time? We have our little spring blossoms. Do you have extra math on you? Team Emmerich, I do. I cleaned out this room because I didn't have a chance to get rid of the Valentine's Day stuff. So I took everything down, and now, yeah, it looks a little bit more spacious, huh? I don't have something in it. Normally I would have that little, oh, you know what it was? It's because this tree is big, and the other ones I would have to put on a stand. So I put like a box or something, a chewy box, and I'd drape a cover over it. But now it's just the stand and then the tree, so it looks a lot more spacious. But yeah, I have a lot of storage here, so everything's going good. I know, I've missed being on. Amber UGC, welcome back. Yes, it's really good to be back. John, welcome back. It's good to see everybody. Good to have everybody back. John, how's everything in Vermont? Hope all is well. What is the weather like right now? It's good to see you too, John. John, how's school going? How are your classes? How are classes going? We'll begin in a couple of minutes, guys. We'll just wait for 10 minutes after the hour. Welcome to those of you on YouTube. Yes, St. Patrick's Day 3/17 and then Easter 4/5. Oh, so I think for Easter, what we'll do is we'll order the butterfly. We'll get the little butterfly cage and then grow the little butterflies like we did last time. I can't remember if we did that in May of last year, but that'll be really fun to do. Definitely gonna do the butterfly. School has been going really good. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Alrighty, so guys, just a quick update. Hey, Caitlin, welcome in. Missed you too. I was gone over the last 3 weeks because my cousin, one of my cousins that I grew up with ever since, I was a kid. She was like definitely a soulmate. Definitely my soulmate. She, over the beginning, over the last 2 years, she'd been taking care of her mom, which is my aunt, which is my mom's. My mom is the firstborn in the family, and then it's my aunt, which is her sister. And then my cousin had been taking care of her mom for over 2 years because the mom was bedridden. And then my cousin, she's not married, didn't have kids. I almost felt that, or we almost felt, the stress of that was taking a toll on her health. And her mom passed away on January 17th, which is my cousin's birthday, so her daughter's birthday. Hey, Dartini, welcome in. She passed away on that day, and my cousin, we figured, I've got a lot of families, a lot of uncles and aunts, lots of cousins. We figured, she would be a little bit stressed out because of her mom dying and, what is she, preparations and all that. And so she started acting a little bit erratic. Her behavior was a little erratic. And up until, I would say, that week of Valentine's Day, the week of Valentine's week, she just, there was just a lot going on in her life. And a couple people from work noticed that there was some things going on. And so some friends of hers from work said, hey, you need to go to the local hospital and check in as an emergency, for a psychotic emergency, because I think your stress level is so high that, you're beginning to miss a lot of appointments. She wasn't coming to work. And so that week they had given her off for her mom's funeral. And one of the psychiatrists noticed some of the behavior, and she said, you know what, we should do an MRI, a full body MRI, just to see if everything's okay. Well, a week afterwards, on a Friday, they called her in to the hospital, and said that she had a softball-sized tumor here in the front of her frontal lobe, because she had been complaining like 2 weeks before. She had been getting these headaches. Um, oh, thank you so much for opening this. I appreciate that. You all, yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Magali. Yeah, so she had it's up here in the front of her lobe, and it spread. It's not a ball size. It's just like a spider web, they said. And that's what was causing the confusion and everything, because she couldn't think. That's where all your frontal lobe is where your personality comes out and your organization skills. And so she's been in the hospital ever since. It's just been very difficult, because it was like Thursday night she went in, and by Friday morning she's texting us telling us, I have a tumor in my brain. And thank you guys so much. And there's two different perspectives. There's her perspective of getting this news, which is devastating. But then there's our perspective of like, we're not going through it, so we can process it a lot quicker. But she has to, how do you process that? So within a week, they had to do brain surgery. We had to figure out, because again, she's not married, she doesn't have kids. We had to figure out her finances, work. Work had to come in and do all of that. So it's just been a big upheaval. So I had to cancel over the last couple of weeks, because we're trying to get a schedule. Like, we didn't know from one day to the other. So there was the week that she was put in, and then they couldn't operate right away, because they had to shrink her brain, because it was swollen. Trump logo, thank you. Swollen, and so they had to get that swelling down first before they could go in. So that was a week. And then they were telling us, we don't know if when we go in there, if we're going to have to remove some of the tissue, which would alter her personality. So it was just a very dramatic week. It was a difficult week to get through, because, you're processing. This is, it's almost like a death. Just, you have them around, but you have this person around that you've known your whole life, and they just disappear. She's currently in a hospital. They've given her the brain surgery. They've started chemo on her, and she's okay. But her personality isn't there anymore. She's not the same person. She's very quiet. She's very yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Yesterday I went into the doctor, went to go visit her, and they're starting the chemo. And I go in, and it's like how she is with everybody. You go in and she says hi, but then she just stops. My cousin calls it going offline. She just turns off, and she just, kind of sits there. And I don't know what she's processing. I don't know if she's able to process, or if she's just quiet, because that's where she's at right now with the medication and with everything going on. So it's been a real tough 3 weeks. I wasn't in the mood to get, to go to the library and change the background and all that stuff. I thought, that would be a good escape. But I was just like, no, I need to take this time off, and then just kind of figure out the schedule. So right now we're on a schedule. Hey Bree, welcome in. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. I appreciate your prayers and your thoughts. I really do. We are right now, we're on a schedule, so we've got regular visits. I can go in at certain times, so I know how that, I've got that figured out. So my Sunday through Wednesdays are clear. So I'm gonna stick for this week. I'm gonna stick with the schedule. I don't know what next week is gonna look like. Thank you so much, Wild Faith. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Team Emmerich. I appreciate that. Yes. Thank you, Dartini. Um, I don't know what it's gonna look like from week to week, but this week I know for sure. We'll be online, so it'll be nice to get back into a routine. Thank you guys. Yes, thank you so much for your prayers. I really appreciate it. My cousin's a very spiritual person. She's very. A lot of times, I think she is conscious enough to know, because we've always talked about will. When her mom was passing, her mom was dying, she would always tell me, my mom's got a very strong will, and I think that once she's ready to go, she'll tell God, it's time. And I feel my cousin is there right now. She's just kind of surrendered to that. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. Gave me 2 to 4 years later, found out I did. Oh wow, Team Emmerich really diagnosed in 2000 with ALS. Gave me 2 to 4 years. Oh wow. Yeah, we're hoping that we're hoping for a miracle. We'll see what comes about it. They've sent the little piece that they did take out to get biopsied, so we're still waiting for some results. But one day at a time, guys, one day at a time. But it's nice to be back, though. I really appreciate you guys listening and just kind of hanging in there. It's nice to have everybody back. I missed you guys. I missed being on the live. I missed getting the books. So we'll go ahead and begin. Yes, faith and positivity. I always pray every night to God and just say, whatever your will is. Whatever your will is, Lord. I pray for the best. I just pray that God's will be done, and that, sometimes we don't understand these things. It's a lot easier said than done, but sometimes we don't understand what the will is and why. But yes, John, very much so. Yeah, and I've been reflecting on that a lot. Just the positivity of that. All right, let's go ahead and begin. But before we begin, let's go ahead and set the timer for 1 minute. We're going to set the timer. Let's make our goal, guys, 45K. Thank you so much, team member. Monica Aguirre, Aguirre. Yes, if anybody has a prayer list or any type of ritual that they do, just praying for my cousin that she get better and that God's will be done. That God's will may be done. Fight about small stuff. Yeah, fighting for their lives. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Amber UGC. I really appreciate that. Okay, we got about 22 seconds left. We did go to the library. We got all new fresh titles for everyone. We got a lot of good ones. I think that you guys are going to really enjoy some of the more traditional ones that we got. Let's look in this. Thank you so much, Magali. I appreciate that. This one, when I saw it at the library, I thought definitely have to get it because it's a subject that we really don't see that much. But and fruits that we rarely hear about. The most perfect persimmon. You looked at one of my posts earlier during Christmas time. My mom's persimmon plant gave a lot of persimmons this year. They're so good. How many of you guys like persimmons? We love a good end page. I love it when they're really soft. They're good too when they're crunchy, but when they're really soft, we love the most perfect persimmon. It's an interesting name too. This one was published in 2024. Round like a full moon, amber light the morning sun. Oh, you've never had one before, Brie? They're really good. Zhu Hong looked at the tree in her new backyard. She had never seen the most perfect persimmon. Persimmons are like little, they're very juicy. You can get them crunchy or you can have them juicy, and they're very sweet. And the skin has an interesting texture to it. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that one. Zhu Hong picked one from the tree. Look, Mama, Grandma's going to love these. Can she come over now? It's not time yet, Zhu Hong. We have to wait a few more weeks. So Zhu Hong is really excited about getting a persimmon from the tree. She's taking out her little rake there. She's going to pick it. And even her grandma's going to come. Grandma will come and love to see things. Zhu Hong could not wait. She asked Mama to cut some persimmon slices for her. She took a small bite. They weren't quite perfect yet. They were not fully ripe and made her mouth tingle. Maybe she could make them more perfect before Grandma gets here. So there she is. She picked her little persimmon. A little bit too early. Probably too crunchy. Grandma's going to be coming on the 23rd, so she's going to mark the day. Maybe they'll get right by then. Zhu Hong watered the tree when it looked thirsty. She hugged the tree when it looked cold. Aww! She's taking care of it. She's watering it. She put a little blanket around it when it's cold at night. Sometimes a hungry magpie came to eat. Zhu Hong made scarecrows and shooed the magpie away. A little magpie, maybe a crow. Yeah, they love those. Hey, Whitney, welcome in. Welcome back. Rain or shine, Zhu Hong checked the persimmons every day. Yeah, she was waiting for those to get right. Finally, Mama announced, they are ready. Yay! We love a good persimmon plant that's ready to eat. Zhu Hong and Mama picked the persimmons. They've got their tools. And then their little baskets there. Hey, H, welcome in. Zhu Hong asked Mama to cut some slices for her. Shiny on the outside, soft and sweet on the inside. They were so perfect. Zhu Hong was proud of her persimmons. Mama, can Grandma come now? She will be here next weekend. We will have to wait a little more. So she got her perfect persimmon. Nice and juicy. Still, Grandma's not here yet. 1 minute felt like an hour felt like a day, and the weekend felt so far away. She has to wait for Grandma to come. So soon, Zhu Hong's persimmons got redder and started to show wrinkles. Some even had brown spots. Zhu Hong, it's okay, they're just ripening, Mama tried to reassure her. So, still, Zhu Hong was stunned. She wasn't expecting them to change so much. Zhu Hong frowned and said, I think we should have moved them out of the sun. They're really interesting because if you go and you feel them, they can be very solid. But then you leave them there for a couple of days, maybe even like a week or two, and they soften up. The little cat. We love a good calico cat. In children's edition. Zhu Hong placed the persimmons in every corner of the house where the sun couldn't reach them. She covered boxes with paper for extra shade. Yeah, you gotta pick those and you gotta save them. Otherwise the magpies or the crows will come and eat them up. Sometimes her curious cat wanted to eat them. Zhu Hong jingled a fluffy feather toy and chased the cat away. Morning to bedtime, Zhu Hong checked the persimmons every day. Zhu Hong, she just loves those. But even in their hiding spots, the persimmons kept changing. The persimmons are almost similar to, what do you call it? That one girl, what was her name? The one with our little friend, the eggplant, where she the little Sophie Squash. It reminds me of Sophie Squash. She kept that little squash until it started getting soft and lumpy. When Grandma finally arrived, Zhu Hong felt tangled. She was happy to see Grandma, but her persimmons were no longer perfect. She wanted to save one for her Grandma. Zhu Hong couldn't hold back her tears. Grandma, I had the perfect persimmons for you, but now they are all wrinkly and mushy. Oh, yeah, when they get wrinkly and mushy, that's it. Grandma gave Zhu Hong a big, warm hug. Oh, sweetheart, I like them just the way they are. Grandma turned the fruit upside down. She peeled the skin and placed it on the plate. Grandma gave a spoon to Zhu Hong. Grandma wasn't going to waste that. She knew exactly how to eat it. Little Zhu Hong. Tender on the outside, silky and juicy on the inside. Zhu Hong, this is Hong Shai. A persimmon becomes a Hong Shai with lots of love and care over time. Thank you for this wonderful gift. It's the best persimmon I've ever had. Aww. It becomes a Hong Shi. I think it's a Hong Shi or Hong Shai. Yeah, the illustrations are really good on this one. Grandma, Mama, and Zhu Hong enjoyed the afternoon full of delicious Hong Shis. Zhu Hong gave one to her cat. She even gave one to the magpie. It was a perfect day with perfect persimmons. They're having a little picnic out there. Their little persimmons and their little spoons. The end. It says the author's note. When my mother was little, many Korean families had persimmon trees in their yards. It was a tradition to welcome guests with well-ripened persimmons, Hong Shis. During my childhood in Korea, I lived about 5 hours away from my grandmother. I loved seeing her during Mid-Autumn Festival because she had the best Hong Shis. She would plan ahead to ripen the freshest persimmons so that they were perfectly ready when we arrived. Oh, you know Grandma had the perfect ones. Now I live even farther away, a giant Pacific Ocean between us. To this day, whenever I visit my grandmother in the fall, she greets me with Hong Shis and says, I got these for you, your favorites. The end. The most perfect persimmons. Hey Barbie, welcome in. Welcome back. Yeah, this one was a really good one. Definitely give this one a 10. The most perfect persimmons. I really love a good culture book. Korean. I didn't know that they were from Korea. Good cultural book. It lagged a little bit in some spots, but a good way to start again. All right, in the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. 1 through 10. Definitely give that one a 10 for our first book back. I'm going to show you guys a Bree, give it an 8. Kristen Stevens, a 10. I'm going to show you guys my mom's persimmon tree. I took a video of it and I posted it on my TikTok during Christmas time. It was it was a beautiful tree. Oh, here we go. Let me lower the lighting on it so you guys can see it. But this is her persimmon tree. See, those are the little, look at all of those, look at all those persimmons on that tree. It was like big strawberries just hanging from them. And it was so weighted down. They're so heavy, the branches were weighted down. Look how pretty that is. I just thought it was really pretty because the background of the sky was blue. Yes, beautiful abundance for all feminists. I agree. That's exactly what I thought too. Imagine if we went back to, yeah, the reds. They're very red. Like imagine if we went back to like producing our own fruit and vegetables. You can have enough for your whole community. All right, let's set the timer for 1 minute. We're gonna set the timer for 1 minute. Our goal tonight is 45K. Tonight we are drinking a lavender sage lemonade herbal tea. It's caffeine free. Jim Glott, they do. This year, it's weird because I think they grow in November. They bloom in November and December. But here in California, it's been pretty warm. We haven't had much rain, but we've got a lot. Last year, it's one of those trees, it's like avocado trees. Some years you get a lot, some years you don't. Last year we didn't get that many. She has a mango tree too. We're expecting to have a lot of mangoes this year. So let's see how that goes. So let's see where we are at 14K. We are way ahead of our goal. Barbie, I had some family stuff going on. I needed to take some time off. We're back now. I'm in PA, so no chance. Oh, okay. I don't know, Jim. You might want to check. You might want to check that out because in that book, they were growing in the winter time, and we always get them in November and December. But I'm here in California, so it might be a lot different. Okay, let's look back in the stacks and see what we have. We have a lot of new, fresh titles for you guys. We went to the library this weekend. We searched through all the books to see what we can find. This one's called, I really looked, the section that I went into had all like the traditional, like very, lots of details and stuff. This one's called My Nana's Garden. Look how pretty that cover is. It's just like this big yellow, the grandma and the little girl, and then the little flowers. It's really good for spring. It's really pretty for spring. And then look at the design on the outside here. Isn't that pretty? They put a lot of detail into it. We love a good end page. It's almost time for gardening. Who's getting ready for their garden this year? My Nana's Garden. Anything that has to do with garden or a nana in children's literature, it's going to be really good. My Nana's Garden is tangled with weeds. My Nana's Garden is tangled with weeds. Look at how pretty that is. It's like a little cottage. And it's got all of these wild flowers and trees and everything. They're going to come visit Nana. Wildflowers, says Nana. Food for the bees. This has a lot of detail in it. I love when people create gardens that are very intentional, especially like when they are specific times of the year for specific insects. Like springtime, you get like a lot of stuff for the butterflies and the bees pollinating. You've got wisteria. Look at all the little detail. You've got some red birds here and some little baby birds there in the My Nana's garden is rainy and wet. We sing as we gather with basket and net. This one has really good illustrations on it. So it's still raining. Hey, Julia, welcome in. Welcome back. Good to see you. It's raining in the springtime. And we sing as we gather with basket and net. Isn't that pretty? These little pops of red all over the place with some green. Julia, this one's called My Nana's Garden. It's a really cute book. We just started it. My Nana's garden is not very neat. Pathways, says Nana, for very small feet. So they're their galoshes. They're galoshes, yellow and red. And they've got these little flowers and these bees, butterflies, birds, a little field mouse, some more butterflies, a spider, daisies, a little caterpillar. In my Nana's garden is a crooked tree. A home, says Nana, snug as can be. So there's the crooked tree in Nana's garden. And then inside the tree, you've got an owl. Gotta have an owl in children's literature. A bird. There's Nana lifting her up to look at the little owl there. My Nana's garden is so dark at night. There's fire to warm us and gleams of starlight. Maria, welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome back. Doing really good, Maria. Thank you so much. My Nana's garden is full of seeds, with plenty of flowers, grasses, and weeds. Yes, it's good to be back. Thank you so much. Maria, are you getting ready for your garden? Or is it still too early? I love how this illustrator decided to use the whole page as the picture. My Nana's garden is lovely and wild, blooming with life, Nana says with a smile. Julia, I had I've been off for three weeks. I had a family issue over the last couple of weeks, which took me away from being able to do the live. But for this week, we're back on Sunday through Wednesday. In my Nana's garden, the leaves let go. On autumn nights, the bright stars glow. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. Yeah. The West Coast feed, I'll let the West Coast... I talked to everybody before about what was going on. The West Coast feed, I'll let everybody know again. We're on a week-to-week basis right now. This is my cousin. So I got this cute little picture. I really love this picture. The three generations sitting and watching the stars. How pretty. It's a really cute book. My Nana's garden is quiet and bare. A robin lands on her empty chair. Oh, so it's snow time, winter time. Everything's covered in snow. In my Nana's garden, I curl up and cry. The sun doesn't shine in the winter sky. Oh, I'm wondering if Nana passed away. But look at this little picture here. So she's sitting there where her grandma usually sits. It's the winter time. But then look at the two little fox. Madonna Browntown, welcome in. Welcome back. It's good to see you, Madonna Browntown. My Nana's garden lies under the snow. The world is hushed. Nothing grows. So we're in the quiet of winter. There she is in the little wind down there. On windswept branches, new buds will swell. A snowdrop rings its silver bell. Look at how pretty. You've got the little, something escaped and started to grow. Oh, is your garden thriving, Madonna Rock? Nice. Yeah, I was wondering how everybody's gardens are doing. Those of you who garden. In my Nana's garden, we plant her seeds, vegetables, fruit, wildflowers, and weeds. The seasons turn and our garden grows, blossom berries, peas, and rose. Oh yeah, so grandma passed away. So the grandma passed away, so it's just the mom and the girl taking care. And they still have Nana's chair there. But look at this one, guys. Throughout the years, they take care of it. And look at, she's expecting. Isn't that fun? This is a cute book. We think of Nana by the trees. We sing her song to the bumblebees. We see her smiling in the flowers and in the fire of starlit hours. This is definitely a book to get to add to my library. Hey, Brooke, welcome back. My Nana's garden is lovely and wild, blooming with life, I say, with a smile. Look at how gorgeous that is. My dream home. I would love a place like this, somewhere in the East Coast, with a wild garden like that, just to be able to sit in and see the butterflies come and the birds. Quiet during the daytime. Isn't that beautiful, Maria? The end. My Nana's Garden. Definitely a 10. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. Our first book that we read tonight was about persimmons. Back to Nature, Persimmons. And then My Nana's Garden. Trump blows Bubba 10. I agree. Definitely a 10. Let's see where we're at. We are at 20K. Our goal tonight is 45,000 likes. Just really quick for those of you who join us, you will attend. Let's set the timer for 1 minute. Let's tap, tap. Let's try to get to 20K so we stay on track. For those of you who are just joining us, I was off for 3 weeks. I have a cousin who's currently in the hospital because of a tumor that they found in her brain. So we've been, as a family, we've been getting together and taking care of her business and visiting and doing all that good stuff, which took me away from my lives and my usual routine. Plus I was feeling a little bit down, so yeah, very scary, very scary. So we're back this week. We don't know what, this week holds. We don't know what next week holds. So I'll just be on a week-to-week basis. But so far, guys, this week, Lindsay Armstrong, very intense. Thank you, Whitney. This week we're on schedule. Right now, Julia, she started her chemo. It's very interesting. They're giving her chemo in a pill, which I didn't know you could do that. My thought was always radiation or chemotherapy, like through an IV. They're giving her chemo through a pill. They haven't started radiation yet. But it's an aggressive tumor. They haven't given us really a lot of information. We know that it hasn't spread. They did check to see if there was other origins in the body, but they didn't find anything, so that's good. But yeah, Team Emmerich, I think it was Team Emmerich was telling us, we don't know, it could come back something else, something that we don't know, so just lots of prayers. Lots of prayers. We still do have 2 books that we're going to go through. I did want to share give you guys an update on Joey King and the Fragile Figurine. Some of you have seen my posts, but we finally got back the final finished product. They sent me the PDFs and everything. I've uploaded it to Barnes and Noble. Maria, you could probably clarify some of this for me. I should have uploaded it to Ingram Spark first, because that will be a major distribution. But I went through Barnes and Noble, and I have to wait for them to send me the proofs, so that when you guys order it, it comes out in good condition. And the proofs are going to come in at the end of March. So once I okay those and everything clears, yes, really exciting. Thank you so much, Maria. Once that clears, then there'll be a live link, so you guys will be able to purchase it there first. I have to work with the company that I went through, because originally I had wanted it to go through Amazon, but the fitting of the book that they gave me for the pictures don't align with Amazon's print. So we got to figure out what we're going to do there. But I did make some copies, and I want to show you guys what the final product looks like. So you guys get an exclusive. So this is the cover. Yeah, tricky with formatting. Exactly, Maria. It's exactly what the issue is. So this is what the cover looks like. I printed out a copy and I put it on this easel, this painting easel thing. So this is what the cover is going to look like. The Joe E. King and the Fargo figurine, the final copy. There's the little logo. Joe E. King is everything. So when you get the book, this is what the book is going to look like, or the cover. Isn't that fun? Really cute. And then I printed this out through Staples. I had Staples make me a copy. Here is the inside. So you'll have written by Eduardo Martinez, and then here's the illustrator, Abdi. Abdi is the one that drew that. I really love what he did for the first one. So in the inside copy, you're gonna see a picture of the figurine. So I think the book, the way it's gonna look, I got an 11 by 8. So an 11 by 8 landscape. So it's gonna look like, it's gonna be this size. So a little bit wider. So this will be the inside page. This is what the first page will look like. So this is all off of PDF. So I'm able to print them out on regular, but look at that amazing job they did. It's amazing. I've shown you guys different, the online version. Oh, Ingram does? Yeah, Maria, which I was like, ugh. I hope they can fix it for me. But. So, a sneak peek, guys, at what the book's gonna look like. Some really good illustrations. Guys, remember was it last year at this time that I was reading just the story to you? Now we have the actual physical copy. Look how pretty that is. It's really cool. Really love the illustrations on here. So I would say once I get the proofs, guys, I'll show you what the proof looks like. And then once we okay that, then we can go ahead and set up the live link. Thank you so much, Maria. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your support. A couple of other things that I've thought. So basically I have to do all the advertising myself. So I'm going to start doing, once I get physical copies of the book, then I can start doing read alouds around the local bookstores and neighborhoods. Thank you so much, Pui. Can you send ARCs? The ARC, what is that? What is that, Julie? So I'm going to be doing read alouds. Oh, advanced reader copies. I love it. I should, huh? Um, so I have to do all the advertising for myself. So what I did, guys, I've just been having fun with it. A couple of things. You guys know that when you go into any of my profiles, whether it be Instagram or TikTok, it'll lead you to my link tree. So my link tree has the color pages, the newsletters. I send out, to those of you who I got an email address from, I send you the newsletter every month. The YouTube is connected there. That's where you can catch our old lives and then conversations with Joey King. The Instagram that it's tagged to for Joey King Books, TikTok, my short stories. This is a new one here, guys. Joey King, the magazine article. So I always wanted to do like a online magazine. And this one, I just kind of write an article a month about different topics that the book I think can cover. So this month we're talking about male loneliness and how that kind of plays into the Joey King book. But I use it also to advertise the book itself. So what I wanted to do was a kind of like a magazine cover or like a magazine. So I did a photo shoot for myself. I wrote an article, and you can access that article here. So yeah, and what it is just I'm posing with the book at different pictures, and then pictures from the book itself. You got that one. I'm having a lot of fun with this, being a big ham. So I do that every month. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll be doing a new magazine article every month. Next week or next month, we're going to talk about blue collar daddies. My dad was a blue collar worker, and then Joey King, dad is a blue collar worker. So we talk about blue collar dads and the type of love that blue collar dads usually give, which is through their love languages through work and through providing. So that's what the article is going to be about. That's next month. Yes, my dad was definitely a blue collar worker. Same. So we love our blue collar daddies. All right. And you'll get a whole new magazine spread on that one too. That's next month. All right. Let's look back into the stacks and see what we can find. We're going to read next Emma and the Whale. You know this is going to be a good one. Emma and the Whale. We love our female characters, always very strong female characters in children's literature. We love a good end page. Big whale. Spotlight. Octopus. Snail. So it's published in 2017. The old house where Emma lived had crooked walls and slanting floors, but Emma didn't mind. It was close to the ocean, and that was her favorite place to be. Hey, Christina, welcome in. Christina, how are you doing? How's everything in Michigan? Are you out of the snow? Did all that snow melt? I was thinking of you guys a couple of weeks ago because I remember the East Coast got slammed with another snowstorm. So here's Emma in her little cottage by the snow, or by the sea. Oh, the snow melted? Oh, good. I'm glad you got through that safely without any electricity outages or anything else. So Emma just loved her little cottage by the sea. It was close to the ocean, and that was her favorite place to be. Christina, are you still in touch with your cat that you had to rehouse? After school, Emma always took her dog, Nemo, to play at the beach. They combed the shore for shells and stones and sea glass. At low tide, that's when they found the best treasures. Oh, you haven't heard any updates yet? Sometimes Emma saw whales in the water, sometimes she saw dolphins, and once a loggerhead turtle. She liked to picture an ocean teeming with life, with no balloons or bottles spit to shore. So Emma, she just loves being there in the seashore. She sees all sorts of ocean life, whales, dolphins, sea turtles. Please don't hurt the whales. Emma often imagined traveling back to olden times when whalers had lived in her seaside hamlet. She would shout to the captains, "Please don't hurt the whales," and they would listen. There she is, imagining she's back in time telling the whalers with their harpoons, killing the whales. Can you imagine? Yeah, Kristen Stevens, the illustrations on this one are really fun. They remind me of these. It reminds me of the Nana ones. Something very specific about these 8 towns. One foggy day, Emma grabbed a small bucket because the tide was low and her green jacket because she thought it would rain. She and Nemo headed down Beach Lane toward the ocean. Emma felt droplets on her cheeks. She smelled the salty air. The sea and the sky swirled together as she skipped past the misty dunes to the shoreline. Yeah, lots of little cute details. These little cottages by the sea. There's Emma and her dog. Another little cottage here. There's the sea. The lighthouse. All dirt. Emma and Nemo frolicked in the surf. They followed the tide line. They sank their toes in the sand. The drizzle began softly, but Emma had her cozy wool sweater and her jacket to keep her warm. "We're having minestrone soup and rosemary bread for dinner," she thought. "I'll turn around soon." Yum. Emma, she knows a good lunch. Minestrone soup and rosemary bread. Doesn't that sound really good? I'm just going to have that for dinner. I've never had rosemary bread before. It tastes like. One summer long ago, Emma and her friends had lined up to run across a great gray log that had washed ashore. When Emma had closed her eyes, she'd become a tightrope walker, the first to cross the sea. Every so often, a new log would arrive, maybe from down the street, maybe from the Bahamas or the Azores. Nemo started barking. "That's so unlike him," thought Emma. She followed Nemo's stare down the beach. "What is that?" she wondered. "I think it's a drift log." So there she is with her friends. She's imagining she's on a tightrope. And then she sees Nemo staring off in the distance, barking at something. Then she realized it's not a log. It's a whale. Uh-oh. It's like a whale came out of the water. Let's see what this is all about. Emma ran closer. "I'm not going to hurt you," she whispered, kneeling down. The whale stretched across the sand, a dark body, tail, flippers, and pectoral fins. Emma looked at its big black eyes. The wide-eyed whale stared back. "You must be a baby. I'm a friend. I will help you." "Thank you," the whale's voice sounded in her head. "Did you just speak to me?" "I did," Emma felt the whale reply. "I started those." Oh, nice. Christina, how is it working for you? Is it making you, do you feel nauseous at all, or is it working? Because I know some people have some side effects. I think one of our viewers, Books and Babe, started the injections. She hasn't been on with this one. Oh, good. Oh, excellent. Oh, that's great news. And 7 pounds already. That's nice. And what does it do? It just inhibits your appetite? Does it make you hungry? This works great. I'm not hungry. I love it. So Emma finds this little whale that comes out of the water. And I think that's everybody's dream or fantasy one time as a kid, that they're going to rescue a little whale. Bigger raindrops fell, and Emma put her hand on the whale's back. Oh, let me fix this thing here. She felt its breath. She saw its blowhole. Emma felt the suffering in that big body. She couldn't say how, but she knew the whale was a girl like her. I have to get you back to the water, Emma said. Oh, she's going to rescue the little whale. She could tell it's a female whale too. Just like her. Emma and the whale watched as waves arrived on shore, uncurled and swept back to sea. The ocean never stops. Emma marveled. Oh, you have to eat a lot of protein? Yes, feminine intuition, Lindsay Armstrong. You're right. She gets it. Oh, a lot of protein. That makes sense, Chrissy, that you would have to do that. The tide was coming in. It reached a flipper. The water's rising, she said. Soon you can swim home. I'm scared. Don't be, Emma replied. Think of your pod and your family. Picture yourself swimming free. Oh, she got a little bucket of water. throwing water on the whale. Reminding it's going to be safe. She touched the little whale. It's time. The whale was even heavier than she looked. Emma pushed hard and tumbled onto her. I'm sorry. Emma's eyes welled with tears. She took a deep breath and tried again. I can do this. As the waves unrolled, Emma pushed and pushed and pushed. The whale began to wiggle. The surf swirled around them. The water got deeper, and the ocean did the work. I love how Emma's just out there enjoying sea life, and she's rescuing a whale now. Pushing that whale into the water. A few more pushes, and the whale slipped past Emma and ducked under a wave. She was beyond the break, over the sandbar, and out to the sea. Oh, she saved the whale. There's the whale all the way in the background. Emma saw the whale look back. A bit beyond, another whale hovered. That must be her mother. Emma stood stunned, breathless, and sopping wet. A few meals when you use those things. Fried foods make your stomach upset. She watched the whales swim off together. Goodbye, she called. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. The whale's song rang. Oh, that's Mama. The whales disappeared into the fog. Emma remained in the shallow water. Nemo lingered on the sand. Nemo, Emma shouted and ran to her dog. She hugged him tightly. And they started for home. I love that picture. Emma and her dog. That night, sleep came easily, and Emma dreamed of the whale. Her legs wrapped around the whale's big back. They sailed through turquoise waters beside pink sand beaches. Emma gripped the whale's back with her knees. Her hair was loose, her arms reached out, and she was laughing. Aww! I love this story. Good story. The end. Emma and the whale. You guys are getting back-to-back good titles tonight. Back-to-back good titles. We started our live with The Most Perfect Persimmon. We followed that up with Nana's Garden, 2. And then we just finished Emma and the Whale. I say all 3. Maybe 2 and 3 the most. But all 3 of them have been very good tonight. All right, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Yule, you give that one a 10? I agree. Definitely a 10. Yule, 3. We love a good book. We love a good children's literature. We love escaping into children's literature. Let's set the timer for 1 minute. We are close to our goal of 45K, 1,000 likes. You guys are doing an amazing job tonight. Thank you very much. Let's look back into the stacks and see what we can find. I saw this one and the title was really interesting. This one's called Smelly Peggy. Smelly Peggy. And I think Peggy might be the dog. This is really cute. Yeah, Peggy's the little dog. We love a good end page. You be the baby. Sit. Come on, Peggy. I love you, Peggy. Yeah, I'm thinking the Peggy's the dog. Smelly Peggy. 2024. The little girl. Hello, I'm Pie. And this is my dog, Peggy. She is a rescue dog, and when we first got her, she was scared. I had to feed her from my hand. She has a little curly tail that's hard to find. Can you see it? What do you think of her? Do you think she looks nice? So here we are introduced to Pie and Peggy. We're loving this orange. She's got this great orange hair, this great orange rug. Peggy and Pie. Well, she's not. She's naughty. You won't believe it when I tell you all the ways she is a very naughty dog. Are you ready? Pie doesn't hold back. She's letting us know right away that Peggy is not a good dog. It's a naughty dog. Here is a naughty thing she does. Early in the morning when everyone's asleep, Peggy jumps onto my bed and gives me a big lick. That's not even the naughty bit. Then she runs as fast as she can into Mom and Dad's room. Yay, we made our goal. Thank you so much, Maxella, for showing that. Thank you guys so much for the goal. Appreciate that. So there's Peggy. There's Pie. She's waking her up. She says, that's not even the bad part yet. She goes and runs to Mom and Dad's. Look at Mom and Dad's socks. Orange. They're loving orange in this book. Mom's even got orange colored toenails. Mom gets an extra slobbery lick, and Dad gets dog butt. Yuck. Oh, who would you rather be, Mom or Dad? So Mom gets a big lick, and then Dad gets dog butt. That is so funny. That's really cute. It's creative too. Dog butt. And then, before anyone can shout, stop that dog, Peggy steals Mom's frilly undies. Oh my goodness. Peggy! That looks like a group of morning people who just woke up, huh? Takes Mom's underwear. Let me tell you what else she does that's naughty. So, when we first got Peggy, she didn't even know what a stick was. And now she loves sticks. But what she really loves, and this is the naughty bit, are sticks that... Okay. We got a theme today. We've got a lot of seaside neighborhoods. Wipe out a whole family. So Peggy gets a stick that's bigger than her. She knocks everybody on their feet. Peggy! Peggy also likes to roll in super smelly things. Stinky seaweed, soggy, washed up, old boots, gross old fish, and worst of all, poop. Rabbit poop, seagull poop, all the poops. Can you believe it? Yeah. Peggy, Julia, you're right. Peggy could use some training, you're right. I think that's the part that's missing. She's a wild dog. Smelly Peggy. And that's not even the naughtiest thing she does. Look at them, they're all. Poor Peggy. She doesn't even know she's doing bad things and she's getting ostracized by the family. When we get home, Peggy wiggles her poopy smell right into the rug, and she wipes her stinky face all over my clean pajamas. She looks so pleased with herself, doesn't she? Then we all feel so cranky and smelly, and we shout, "Shower time, Peggy!" Poor little Peggy, you're right. She needs to be trained. She can't be set up to fail. Does she look like she enjoys showers? No. She hates showers. Her curls get all flat and her eyebrows do the sad doggy thing. So, as soon as she can... Look at that. Give that dog a bath. She leaps out of the bath and she's off. Peggy is so fast. Now, you might wonder how it can get any worse. But then it's time for... She's with the towel over her. The big shakedown. Oh no. Maybe they're going to have to start giving her a bath outside. The parents. Now you know all the things my dog, Peggy, gets up to. So many naughty things. I bet you're still thinking about the poop. But do you think we love her? Do we? Of course they do. Of course we do. No one is perfect. Aw, it's a cute little family. Peggy and Pie. Peggy farts. They all run away. Peggy! Yeah, and they gotta start giving it different type of food. If your dog's farting, it's the food that you're giving it. Peggy! The end. Smelly Peggy. This is a really good one. Guys, 4 out of 4 tonight. 4 out of 4. You guys got really good titles tonight. We started with The Most Perfect Persimmon. Yeah, Julia, 10 out of 10. Yeah, all good books tonight. My Nana's Garden. I think I'm going to read this one again for the West Coast. This is such a pretty book. The story's really nice, and then the pictures are gorgeous. Emma and the Whale, another good book. And then Smelly Peggy. In the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. What was the persimmon one about? I missed it. This one is about a girl who, she loves her persimmon plant and she's waiting for her grandma to come. But her grandma is taking a while to get there to visit. And while she's there, while she's waiting, the persimmons are ripening. But we love a good persimmon though. It's a good one. All right, in the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. We reached and exceeded our goal for tonight. You guys did an amazing job tonight. Thank you so much for that. Let's set the timer for 1 minute just to see if we can get over 50K. But I'm pretty sure you guys are going to do a really good job at that. All right. One of the things that we do for spring, we do have our spring tree up. We don't have any decorations yet. But our tree has these little blossoms. I don't know if you can see them. They're cherry blossoms. We call them cherry blossoms. We started this last year. We get a full bag of these little cherry blossoms. And then what we do is we take the pink, 2 for the illustrations. 4 was really cute. Yeah. We take our little blossom and then some. Yay, we got 50K. Thank you so much. We spray paint it with some pink glitter. And then we find a little spot to put our tree in, to put our little blossom in. See, we have all these blossoms from last year. We still have a lot of empty spaces. But we'll be putting every night after we finish the after we finish the reading, we'll put a new blossom on. Hopefully, we'll get them all covered up. Yes, Mary, isn't that fun? And then on Wednesday, I'm thinking what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 4 painting projects for Wednesday. For Project Wednesday, I'm gonna buy one of those. I have to buy those little easel thing. I'm thinking, let me see how easy it is to do. Because then we'll put like a little string on it and hang it. And then maybe we'll do some flower paintings, some sunrise paintings, so that we can hang on our tree. Alrighty, friends. Thank you guys so much for the 50,000 likes you guys did. An amazing job tonight. Thank you guys so much. It's so good to be back. It's so good to be back in routine. We will be back on again in about 40 minutes for the West Coast feed with all new fresh titles. All new fresh titles. Everybody who's getting ready for bed, have yourselves a good night. If you're on the East Coast, if you're going to stay up with us for the West Coast feed, we'll be back on at 9, which is going to be 12 o'clock your time, 11 o'clock Central Time. Everyone have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you in 40, Kristen Stevens. We'll see you soon.